Welcome, Passion Profit CEOs. Today, we are talking about utilizing other Facebook groups to connect with your ideal clients. So excited to talk about this training. But before we get started, I definitely want to have you guys put what industry that you are in the comments, okay? Because this is going to help me to help you, okay? Danielle, actually one of our members here in the community requested this training, and I'm so thankful she did. I actually had it on my topics to talk about, but I went ahead and upped it on the schedule to be able to bring this training to you all sooner, since it was something that you wanted to hear about right now before the end of the year. So I'm going to go ahead and cover all the bases when it comes to utilizing Facebook groups to connect with your ideal clients. So I'm going to come over here and get the comments up so that I can see what you guys are saying. There is no Q&A today on this session, okay? But I do want to be able to get your questions answered. So if you have Q&A at any point during this and you're needing Q&A, just put Q&A in the comments, and I'll definitely make sure that I connect with you, especially if you're watching the replay. I'll be sure that I connect with you to be able to answer all your questions for this so that we can personalize it to your journey. Let me get in here and get this pulled up so I can see your guys' comments real quick. So let's get groups, the sisterhood, pull this up so that I can see comments. There we are. Get in here. So expand it. Don't need to be hearing myself talking. Okay. All right, you guys. So here we are. I'm going to go ahead and tag Danielle since she asked for this, so she can be here. Okay. All right, you guys. So when it comes to using other Facebook groups to connect with your ideal clients, there's really 4 major goals that you want to keep in mind when you're doing this, okay? And so goal number 1 is you're wanting to create the awareness that you as a person exist, okay? That's goal number 1 when you're using other Facebook groups, okay? Because everything is about intention, right? We have to understand why we're doing what we're doing in order to actually go out there and be intentional about what we're doing and that goal that we're setting out to achieve, right? And so goal number 1 is to create awareness, all right? We want people to know that you as a person exist. We also want them to know that your business exists, right? Because that's rule number 1 of your funnel, right? You have to create awareness when it comes to your marketing strategy. The second goal is you want to form relationships, all right? That's what we're doing here. We're forming a relationship. You're getting to know me. I'm getting to know you, right? We're forming a relationship. You want to build trust. So number 3 is build trust, okay? This goes back to know, like, and trust, right? If we want people to have that awareness of you, that is to know you, right? To like you, in order for people to like you, they have to know you, right? And so you got to form those relationships. And then, of course, trust. Trust comes, how do we do that? By being a valuable asset to other people's lives, right? That's what trust is. Us, our own character, how we show up, honesty, integrity, all of those things, right? Who we are, and how much we help and serve people and how much of a value we can be to them. We need to be a valuable asset to their lives, right? It's what our businesses are based off of, right? Especially as service providers. It's based on service and being of value. And then goal number 4 is to actually get these people that you're connecting with, your ideal clients, into your own audience, right? This is all about funneling people, right? And so what I want to talk about when it comes to utilizing groups to connect with your ideal clients. There we go. My brain stopped working there for a second. I want you to understand that this is a long-term strategy, you guys. Long-term, right? It's not just boom, show up and done. It is a long-term strategy that you use over and over consistently, and it requires a sacrifice of your time and some effort put in to actually make all of these strategies that I'm about to tell you benefit your business, right? Because just like I said, the first thing is to create awareness. The first goal is to create awareness that you exist, right? Notice I didn't say create awareness that your business exists. First, we're creating awareness that you as a person exists. Okay. And so what does that boil down to? Well, here a couple of weeks ago, I did a training on optimizing your personal profile, right? If you need that training, put profile down in the comments. Okay. And I'll be sure to get you that training about optimizing your personal profile, because when we're going into these groups, when we're joining these groups as a member, most of these groups don't allow business pages to join their group. They let you as a person join the group, right? And so it takes optimizing our personal profile so that people can grow and understand and know and like and trust us better. So that way they can connect us and our personal profile actually funnels them to our business, right? So whenever we're showing up in these groups and we're creating those relationships, people are actually being able to know, like, and trust us because of our profile, right? When we do comments and things, what shows? Our name shows. So it's important to have your name on there as a person, not your business. Okay. People do business with people, right? People do business with people. When you have two businesses that are exactly the same and they're helping with people get the same exact result, people choose one person over the other business because of the person who is in that business. Again, this is super important, you guys. Connections. Well, is the lifeblood of your business, okay? And so it's important to optimize those personal profiles. So be sure to put profile in the comments if you want that other training, because I don't have time to go into it today. But the first thing, and something that I did say in that, and something that I really want to just like beat and engrave in you, your profile picture needs to be you. Psychologically, people cannot take you seriously if your profile picture is a cat and you're making comments, right? They're thinking a cat is making the comment psychologically because it's just what they're seeing. And they're just like, I can't take this person seriously. Have your personal profile picture as you, right? It's all about building relationships. Okay, so now jumping into this, okay, when you join other groups, it's important to look at the group rules. What are you allowed to do in that group? Because every group has a different set of rules. So it's very important that you take a look at those rules and you take note of those rules. Literally, I keep a spreadsheet, okay? If you want a copy of the spreadsheet, put spreadsheet in the comments. I'll be sure that you get a copy of the spreadsheet. But I literally have a Google spreadsheet document to where it has like the group name, it has all the information that I need to collect from these groups to be able to truly know what's going on and keep track, because all the group rules are different and everything about the groups are different, right? What links to them are, how to get to them, and all the things, right? We got to keep track of that as business owners to be able to actually even put it into the strategies that we're using to grow our business. Organization, right? Okay, so if you want that, put spreadsheet in the comments. I'll be sure you guys get a copy of that. But take note of those group rules, right? Because if they say no promo, then you have to be careful about what you're doing in that group to actually grow your business. But it still doesn't mean that you can't utilize that group to form those relationships, right? So first things first, check out those group rules. Now, the next thing and the first strategy we're going to talk about today is posting, right? Do they allow you to post in that group, right? If it's a good community, they're going to allow you to post in that group. And it's not just going to be a dictatorship where the admin is the only one able to do anything in that group. So good communities allow other people to lead and be a part of that community and to conversate and bring up topics and all the things, right? And so first looked into that, okay? Look at if you can make a post, okay? And so when it comes to posting in these groups, again, you got to think about the goals. Create awareness that you exist. So what's the very first thing that you can do when you join a group? An introduction post. You guys, I've asked you to do it in here. Many of you have not, right? Hashtag intro, put that on your post so that people can actually look it back up, hashtag intro in this group and look and actually be introduced to you, right? We're trying to get to know each other. This is a sisterhood. We want to know each other. It's building relationships with each other, right? So that we can help each other and know what each other is about, so that we can help each other refer our businesses to other ideal clients, right? Make those referrals, referral partnerships, right? That's what this group is about. We're helping each other and all building our businesses together, right? Make that introduction post in these groups. Literally add a photo. This helps to personalize it and helps the people in that group, those members in that group, to get to know you and connect your face with your name, right? Because when you're posting, your name is showing, right? Help them and put that bigger picture of you instead of your just tiny little profile picture, and introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do? What has intrigued you about the group? What is something that you want to learn, right? Anything, your likes, whatever, right? Again, this depends on what kind of group you're going into. And because Danielle is the one who suggested this training, I'm going to be using her business as an example. So Danielle Hahn, say hi in the comments so people can get to know you. But she is a podcast manager. One of the things that she does is she helps with podcasts. Okay. And so I'm going to be using her as the example and giving examples for her. Since she's the one that requested this training. And so when she goes into these groups, literally she can introduce herself. She can say, hey, I'm Danielle. I'm a podcast manager. I love, like, you know, what her passions are, right? What is something that she loves outside of just working, right? Because again, we're humans, you guys. Again, you know, again, if you're a life coach, or like for moms, like a life coach for moms, you might want to join parenting groups, right? And so when you go into these parenting groups, you would want to literally say, you know, I have such and such amount of kids or whatever. Why, what kind of group are you in? Like, again, think of these things, right? What kind of group are you actually joining? And that's another key thing before joining the groups that you want to think about, because you have to be strategic about these groups that you're joining. You want your ideal clients to be in there, right? If you're a life coach for moms, of course, parenting groups are going to be that place that you want to be, right? If you're Danielle and you're a podcast manager, or you're like me and a business strategist or whatever, you want to be in entrepreneur groups, right? Because you want to be connecting with those entrepreneurs, okay? So think about the type of group where your ideal clients are actually going to show up before requesting to be a member, okay? And then, of course, do that introduction post, add that personalization. You are a human. Think about why, not only your business, why you're there, but what about you makes you a good asset to that group? Like, what connects you to the reason the group exists, right? So like I said, if it's a parenting group, it's about moms and kids, right? And so you would introduce yourself as that mom with however many kids you have, right? To let people get to know you based on what the group is about, okay? The second thing that you can post, again, if you can post, discoveries. Okay, what discoveries have you made? Because this is about building trust and you being a valuable asset, right? So it's about tips. What tips can you offer other people regarding what the group is actually about, right? So what parenting tips can you offer the people who are already there? What have you learned? And what are the things that you're currently working on and learning in your own journey with that? Right? Because again, we're just creating awareness, and a part of awareness is just reminding people that you exist, right? We're all self-absorbed, right? And so when we're not actually actively going out there, people forget us. If we just post once and then we never show up again, are people actually going to remember us? No. So we have to put the effort in, right? Again, that effort is important. Okay. So what discoveries do you have around what the group is about? How can you just be beneficial to that group, right? Achievements, achievement, milestone, inspiration. How can you inspire and empower the people in there? Not necessarily empower them to take action towards your business, but how can you just inspire them and let them know that they're not alone on the journey that they're on, right? What do they need to hear, right? So achievement milestones. Again, we do this in this group. That's one of those things we do in this group. On Fridays, we have that achievements post, the weekly wins post. What did you achieve in your business this week, right? On Mondays, we have the accountability post. Take part in that. Tell us what you're working on, because if you're working in your business and you're working on things, again, this connects people with you and lets them know what you're working on nonchalantly instead of just trying to force a sell down them. It lets them to know what you're associated with in your business, right? What kind of new offers are you creating, right? What do you have going on in your business? And then on Fridays, those achievements, small or big, what did you achieve? Right? What did you check off your to-do list? Did you get a new client? We want to celebrate that too, right? What are the big and little milestones? What achievements can you post in this group, again, to create that awareness that you exist and to help people, remind people that you are there, right? Ask questions. All right. Again, this is where it really gets strategic about connecting with your ideal clients. Okay. Ask questions. So you can ask questions when it comes to like market research. Okay. Again, I'm going to use Danielle as the example. So as a podcast manager, she could go in and say, what's been your biggest challenge with podcasting? Okay. So a question as simple as that, because what you want to do, again, it's not about going out there and just selling to people, especially when you're in somebody else's group. The goal is to connect with your ideal clients, right? And so what's been your biggest challenge with podcasting? That's going to give people that opportunity to open up and speak and allow you to acknowledge them, right? Create that awareness. It creates that awareness of who your ideal clients are, who actually have podcasts, so that you can see who they are and figure out what you want to do from there. But the first thing you want to do is connect with them. Don't just let them answer your question. Ask them another question. Connect with them on a deeper level, on a personal you and them level. Okay. In the comments, right there on the post. Okay. The next thing, other questions that Danielle could answer, what was your favorite podcast that you recorded this month? Post it below. Giving them that chance to speak up and create that awareness for themselves, right? Again, there's intention behind this, and you really have to put some effort into, okay, what question can I ask to bring out my ideal client and let them speak, right? Just because you're in a parenting group, that means there could be mom and dads in there, right? But if you're only working with women, you would have to say, moms, what's your favorite meal for your picky kid, right? Like, again, you have to put effort into this and really think about how you're going to draw out your ideal clients and give them the opportunity to speak. Okay. So that you can just see who they are, creating that awareness with them and who they are. Okay. Let's see. What was the other question I wrote down? So for Danielle, it's like, who's starting their podcast and needs a guide with the steps to get started? See, this right here, even more strategy applied to it. She can then slide in there with an actual resource to help them get started that grows her audience. See how this all works together? First, you got to figure out who they are. Then you got to move them to your audience, right? That was step 4 in the goals. You don't want to just connect with them in that group. You want to move them to your audience, right? Okay, so ask questions in the group. Get your ideal clients talking so that you can connect with them as a person, one-to-one, right? Again, it's not necessarily just about your business, okay? Next thing, of course, look at the rules again for promo, because you want to be able to post and share high quality content. Okay. So this could be, your blogs or articles you have, trainings you have, again, your lead magnets and resources. But again, you got to look and see what that promo availability and opportunity is. They may not let you make those posts. They may only allow you to promote that stuff on a post that's already in there in the comments, right? And so you got to really look at those group rules to see what's available to you, to see how you can actually be a value to the group and the community in itself. But that is that next step. Look at those rules because you want to share high quality, valuable content. And when it comes to this, one of my favorite ways, okay, the strategy that gets me the most leads in my own business is I love to go in there and share valuable commenting. Okay, so what this looks like is somebody is generally asking a question of how to do something or something like that, right? Or what's the best thing to use for this or that, right? And so I'll go in there and I'll leave a valuable comment. This is where you get to be the difference in everybody and showcase and really make yourself that awareness shine. And you get to be the difference and stand out from the crowd. A lot of people will answer a question, and in these groups, a lot of people give, I hate to say it, but shitty answers. And a lot of people are just a-holes in how they respond to people, right? They almost expect people to know things that they don't already know, right? You get to be the difference here. You actually get to be that valuable asset that actually helps somebody, right? But also you want that strategy behind what you're doing to actually grow your business. Okay. So not only just help them, but take it that step further and get them into your audience from there based on what they're asking for, right? If the opportunity presents itself, right? But I love value commenting. Look for those opportunities where somebody's asking a question and you can really go in there and shine your light on their situation. Show your expertise, show your wisdom, help them. Genuinely, from the bottom of your heart, help them, okay? So go in there and share a valuable comment based on what question they're asking. So if somebody's saying, how do I start my podcast? What resources do I need to start my podcast? Danielle could go in there and she could say, a lot of my clients love to use this, this, or this. I also have a guide of the top resources that you're going to need and that I suggest pairing together so that you can have the best podcast out there, right? Again, she could have that resource that she presents to them, right? Again, this is how I've grown my business, right? I've gotten 20 to 30 per leads by doing these value comments on one comment, and people under it will say, oh, can you send that to me too? Right? Can you send that to me too? Right? But again, it's that strategy. You really got to put time and effort into this, you guys. Okay, so answer their question, be helpful, provide, that blog. Again, if you have a blog or you have that podcast, I have a podcast episode on XYZ, or I have a blog article on this topic. Would you like me to send it over to you? Right? Again, just being that human and showing up with the intention to serve them and be helpful to them without needing that sell. Because that's, again, strategy in your business. On your blog post, you want to have that call to action for them to work with you. So you don't even have to offer them that opportunity to work with you in that comment because it's right there on that other thing that you're sharing with them, right? Again, strategy. If you want to be if you want to make $100,000 or more in your business, put in the work to be that $100,000 business owner and actually implement the strategies in your business that are going to benefit you long term and not just for that one specific person. Think about everybody who is ever going to come into your business with that same problem that they have, right? That's where you truly set yourself up for success in your own business. Value comments, okay? The next thing, okay, so we've got posting in the group. We've got value commenting, okay? The next thing is take advantage of the promo opportunities, okay? There's multiple opportunities in this group for you guys to shine your light here, right? Again, not just on the Monday massive action post for accountability. We also do marketing in here. I give you the opportunity to market your business. Share your website below. All those posts. There's a post that goes out every single week in this group for you to promote your business in some kind of way, right? And so that we can help each other in this group. Because again, that's a big part of being a part of these communities is that you're actually engaging, you're interacting, you're taking a part and being a part of the community, right? How many of you are an active part of the community that you actually live in, right? Do you go to the parades? Do you go to the events that happen in your own little community? Right? It's the same thing as a Facebook group. These Facebook groups are a community for you. Engage, interact, be social. We are on social media. This is about, again, building relationships. We have to talk and interact with people, right? And another key thing that I learned in network marketing from Eric Worre, okay, one of the top leaders in the industry, Eric Worre, he had mentioned, and I don't even think this quote actually came from him, but it was in one of his books, and he said, be more interested in other people than I don't remember what the exact quote was, but it was be more interested in other people than you are about your own self and your own self, right? The goal is not to go out there and talk about ourselves. Well, it is our goal, but the goal is not to go out there and be the topic of conversation. We get to be the topic of conversation when we go out there and we're interested in the other person. Go out there and be interested in that other person. Just like I said, you know, some of these questions that you ask in the group help you to do market research, right? What is that biggest challenge you face with XYZ, the topic of whatever your business is? Allow people to speak up. Be interested in them. That's what market research is. And we've talked about how you can use market research to literally create offers to sell and create cash injections right now in your business. Go ahead and put cash in the comments if you want me to send you over that training that I did a few days ago, right? The market research that you're doing literally helps you to create more money right now in your business. But you have to be intentional and be interested in those other people and hearing what they have to say, okay? And whenever you're interested in them, they automatically, psychologically become interested in you. If I say, what do you do? What's the next thing you're going to say? You're going to tell me what you do, but more than likely, more times than not, you're going to ask me too, what do I do? Right? And so it opens up that opportunity to build that relationship and have that conversation. Okay. So be interested in the people who are in that community. Because when we can impact their lives, we automatically generate income, right? Our goal doesn't have to be income. Our goal can literally go out there and create impact in the lives of others. And if we put the right strategies behind the impact that we're creating, just like creating blogs or podcasts or whatever your value hub is, those live trainings or whatever it is you're doing, right? When you have that bigger strategy, you're able to create income from being a valuable asset and just sharing knowledge and wisdom with other people. Okay. So take advantage of those promo opportunities, right? So in the group, I told you that we have promo opportunities in here. Even on Wednesdays, you get to promo whatever you want in your group, right? And the group is always open for you to pitch with passion. Again, sharing tips, just like I'm talking about here. This sisterhood is here for you to pitch with passion as well. That's what Passion Profit CEOs are. We're passionate about the thing that we do, right? And so we can pitch with passion in here. But again, value should be your number one intention. You want to provide value in that person's life before you ever offer them a sale. Okay. So tips are a great thing. But take advantage of those promo opportunities in other communities. So if you're in that parenting group, so you wouldn't want to just go out there and be like, okay, let me think. If you're the mom coach and you help moms to, okay, let me, sleep consultant. Okay, if you're a sleep consultant for infants, you wouldn't just go in there and say, is your baby not sleeping well? Join my 3-month program to get your infant on a routine schedule, sleeping schedule. You wouldn't do that, right? Because this is not your group. You have no credibility in this group, okay? The community that you are a guest in. So you would literally go in there as that sleep consultant and you would share 3 tips to start getting your infant to start sleeping better at night. And then at the end of that, you could then invite people. Again, the goal is to get them to your audience. What does that look like? Into your zone to connect deeper with you. So you could literally say, so here are 3 tips to get your infant sleeping better at night. If you want the 4th and 5th tip, message me and I'll share a few more, right? Get them hopping in your inbox. Connect even more personally with them, right? You don't even have to provide a link. Literally just say, send me a message and I can give you a few more tips or help you customize this to your specific journey. Okay. It's as simple as that, you guys. Okay. So posting, value commenting, take advantage of the promo opportunities, collaborate with the group admin. Again, this is just a part of being a part of the community and you being a leader. Literally reach out to that group admin and ask them how you can be more of a valuable asset to that community. Introduce yourself to them. Let them know what you do. Ask them how you could be more valuable to the group and how you guys can work together. Okay, how you guys can work together to better serve the community. Okay. So literally ask them, how can we work together to better serve this community? Okay. Literally, you don't know who's running that group. So you want to get to know them. You want to build a relationship with them too, right? Because they may be running this group and they may not be the same as you, right? So again, I'm a business strategist. The other Danielle is a podcast manager. So we can literally be referral partners, right? If she connects with somebody who's just starting their business and they're not ready for a podcast, she can literally send them to me, right? I literally can send her referrals when the strategy is podcasting in my people's business because I don't cover podcasting. I have trainings and different things on, podcast and why it's effective and all those things, right? But ultimately, if you want a really good podcast, because I just help you come up with the strategies that are most efficient for you in your life and to free up your time, right? but it's Danielle who actually helps you with the actual podcast and making it great. The other Danielle. I don't want to confuse you guys. And so we could literally work together on that, right? We could be referral partners. We could literally create an offer together, right? I could run a workshop and help people to get their podcast started. And me and Danielle could literally work together to help people to start their podcast, and her help and sorry, brain fart. Her help with this workshop, us do it together, and her promote her podcast management at the end of it, right? We could work together to do that for this community, right? If she wanted to be a part of this community, which she is going to be. She's actually a business directory member and is going to be doing a guest expert training on podcasting in here very soon. So excited about that. Okay, you guys. So again, collaborate with the group admin. Okay. So that's the fourth thing. So post, value comments, take advantage of promo opportunities, and collaborate with that group admin to see how you can better serve that community together. Okay. Okay. So this is a lot. We've already been on here for a while, you guys. But the next thing I want to talk about is play the algorithm game. Okay. Because this is not just about once and done, right? Yes. When you post once on social media, yeah, it's there for forever. But because the algorithm exists, it gets shoved to the bottom and never gets seen again. So you have to play the algorithm game, okay? So if you've got, again, this goes back to your leads, how I was getting 20, 30 leads per day on these value comments, you got to keep bumping that post, okay? The posts that have the most engagement are the posts that get seen and engaged with the most in these groups. When you go into a group, it automatically sets the feed to, I think it's most relative. I think I could be wrong on that. But there are also the options for newest activity and newest post. Okay. No, I'm wrong on that. Maybe. Those are the three options though. Most relative, newest activity, newest post. Okay. And you can literally click that arrow down at the top of the feed to pick which one of those you want. Okay. I forget which one it is that it automatically sets to. But literally on the newest activity one, maybe it's that one that is the one that is actually the feed. Because the way the algorithm works is the person who engages with the post that is being engaged with the most is always at the top, right? Because it has that newest activity. So again, you've got to bump your own post. And that's why it's important when you're posting yourself that you're going back and interacting with the people that are commenting on that post and forming those relationships and asking them more questions and keeping that conversation going on the post, let alone trying to connect with them on a deeper level somehow, because it keeps your post at the top of that group, okay? Which is what you want to do. So when that post dies out, later on, you want to go back and re-comment on that post again later. I literally just did this the other day in one of the groups that I'm in. I literally went back to the group, clicked on my name, okay? It brought up all the things that I had done in the group, and on all those posts I had posted, I made a quick comment on the posts that were the most engaged and were still good for drawing out my ideal clients right now, okay? To get them talking, right? Because I still want to be able to interact with new people who have joined the group and never even seen that post, okay? But also on these value comment posts, again, where on these posts where you have made that value comment and recommended a resource or something from your business, again, you want to go back and comment, reply to the people who are requesting that thing. Because again, it's pushing that post back up to the top of the group, and people are seeing that that comment that you've made on that post. And if people are liking and engaging with your comment, it shows your comment as the most relative comment on that post, and it shows it at the bottom of that post when people go to that group. And that post is the first thing that's there, but it actually literally showcases your comment because it's getting the most engagement, right? And let alone that, it's going to throw it into the notifications of those people who have commented on that post. They're seeing that you had commented again. Awareness. Help them remember you. Okay. So play the algorithm game. Okay. Go in there and bump the comments and the posts that you have already made once the algorithm has died for that post. Okay. So yeah. But that's the main thing. And your goal is to lead them back to you, right? Again, this involves strategy in your own business. Your goal is to be so helpful that you're sending them away from that group and you're connecting them closer to you, whether that be in your DMs, whether that be for them to join your group for XYZ event or whatever it is that you're doing, or that training that you have, or if it's sending them to your website for your blog or your podcast or whatever, which again has strategy of helping them to become your client, right? A discovery call, whatever. Again, strategy. You have to know the strategies in your own business. What are the strategies in your own business that power hour that you're doing? We're doing a training on Friday on what the power hour actually is. Okay. What is that hour that you're spending on marketing and sales in your business with the strategies that actually help people to convert in your business, right? If you don't know what strategies that you're using in your business, then we need to have a conversation, right? Because we need you to understand those strategies that you're going to be using so that you can actually go into these groups with intention and know what value you're actually sharing, so that you can actually be a valuable asset in these groups and actually get conversions in your business, right? And so if you're struggling with this, I just want to invite you to put call in the comments, right? And I'll reach out to you and let's do a strategy session so that you can get clarity on all of this. And if you want help with, which groups you need to be in that actually have your ideal clients in them, what content that you're going to post in these groups, along with what valuable things that you're going to be sharing and what strategy you're using in these groups to actually convert people and get them into your audience, plus get them converted in your business, not only just in your audience, but also on that base of actually being a conversion and client in your business. Hit call in the comments, or put call in the comments, and let's hop on a call and strategize this for your business. This is what I'm here for, you guys. You have to understand the strategies that you're using in your business to ever just be able to go out there and join the right groups and to connect with your ideal clients in an intentional way. Because again, this is all about your time availability too. We don't have a lot of time, and we definitely can't be going out there to other groups and spending all day in these groups when we have other obligations. We have our family, we have our husbands, we have our kids, we have meals we've got to cook, we've got bills we got to pay, and we have marketing and sales to do, and we have clients to serve. We wear many hats as solopreneurs and as just women in general, right? Got to take care of ourselves, got to get that self-care in, got to take care of our health, spirituality, all the things. So you got to be using beneficial strategies that are super intentional, that don't take a lot of time, that fit who you are, right? Our personalities have a big part of this, right? Our personality is a huge part of this. And so that definitely connects with the strategies that we use as well, right? Okay, so if you're an introvert, you definitely you don't have that energy space to connect with thousands and thousands of people on a daily basis like extroverts do. And so again, it goes back to strategy in what you're actually implementing. All the strategies work, right? Even just going into groups and friending the people in the groups and jumping in their inbox and pitching them something, those code DMs that most of us in this group hate, they work. You're going through the numbers and it's not good for the longevity of your business, but it works for right now, right? But again, the people in this group want a business that thrives long term. And so you've got to apply the long-term strategies that are going to help you to build those relationships and grow your own audience so that you can convert more clients in less time and actually thrive as a business. Okay. So if you need help, put call in the comments. If you have questions about anything that I've mentioned today, have questions about, any of this, okay? Put Q&A in the comments because I didn't have time to do Q&A this afternoon. I've got to fly. I didn't have time to do Q&A on this training because we are doing this on Monday instead of Friday. I open my Q&A. I mark that off on my calendar on Fridays after the trainings I do on Fridays. And I didn't have time for that on my schedule because I have more client calls to do today. But put Q&A in the comments and I'll be sure to reach out to you and get all your questions answered. Or we can, jump on a call if there's a lot of questions that you need answers or whatever. But you guys, I'm here to serve you. I want to make sure that you understand and know how to implement using other Facebook groups in your business. So I definitely want to get all your questions answered. If you have questions, let me know. One of the fastest, easiest ways to get in contact with me, if I haven't responded to your comment on this post, especially if you're watching the replay a long time from now, and I don't see your comment or whatever, one of the best ways to reach me is just hop in my inbox, okay, here on Facebook and say, hey, Danielle, I've got some questions regarding utilizing Facebook groups for my ideal clients, connecting with my ideal clients. Can you answer this for me? Okay. But otherwise, just put Q&A in the comments and I will reach out to you all individually who have questions and make sure that I get those answered. All right, guys, have a great day. Go make the day great. Go make connections, build relationships, create that awareness that you and your business exists. And that can be done just by you showing up with your personal profile and having it optimized. All right. I will talk to you guys soon.